Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Midnight Monday. Apologies for the last couple of weeks. We were off for the holiday, and the week before that, I got violently ill and could not run. Well, I mean, it could have, but who knows what was going to happen on camera, and really, uh, just didn't want to have that sort of thing. But we thank everybody for joining us this evening to finish up our little story called The Company Retreat, and where we last left our group. Actually, before we get into that, we have, as always, we do have a mutual aid request. This week is for someone who is struggling with medical issues involving pneumonia and is unable to get some bills paid. So we are trying to get as much as we can towards that this evening. And in other news, we have officially released the Midnight World. We are on Drive to RPG. You will see our links pop up in the chat. Probably if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be connected on that. We currently only have the PDFs out. We are working on the prints right now. Backers, those of you who back the Kickstarter, will get your prints, as soon as they're done, your print copies. But we'll have print on demand available on Drive Through RPG as well. Please like, share, and do all those things to get us out there. Um, let's see. We will begin. I am Gavin, the director of this thing, one of the developers of the Midnight World, and we will go ahead and tonight we will be our producer is Izzy, working all of the magic in the background, and as always we thank her for her diligent work here. And we will be moving over to Gina. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Pixie. I will be playing Gina Nietzsche tonight, who is a resigned pharmacist tech caught up in all the happenings.
Saren.
Hello, I'm Ourania Stars. I'll be playing Saren Shockley this evening, who is the something of a gossip as far as the office goes. Works front desk, and really just wants as many people alive and to get the absolute fuck out of here.
And Tristan.
Hey everyone, it's Cheese Cat, and I'm dead.
Hmm. Which is where we'll be beginning. And for those who were not here, they woke up in their little uh, little camp house in the middle of the woods to find the other two people in the room had been dismembered and were being eaten alive by some sort of blood monster. At which point they started wandering out to try to get out of here and have been chased down by some shadowy, clicky monsters who have, well, all they have is a big bunch of teeth, and they follow them around from sound cues. So the group has had to be as quiet as possible, unfortunately for Tristan. And Tristan went to go try to get some guns out of the ranger's office that was in the main part of the camp, and was chased in there by a couple of those things. During the battle, Tristan was dropped right down to zero, and we're going to start off with the uh, Dread Bargain, or Deal with Dread, the death system that we have in this game. Um, Gina and Saren were in the midst of a fight with one other of those things, which I believe you finished off, or close to finish. No, you were close to finishing
And I
off.
remember suplexing it, and then not much else.
Yeah, you threw it down on the ground and used frostbite, which came to you out of nowhere. We started this game as untouched characters, so they've not dealt with anything like this. They have just came into the fact that they have powers of some sort. Um, they know something is wrong, but right now they're in the thick of it and can't really stop to think too much about that. But we are going to start this evening with Tristan. Tristan, you know the deal. You have three options. You can die if you think that this is a good place for your character's demise. You may have a one last hurrah round of just kickassery, and then you will be gone. Or you may just stay at zero and wait until the combat is over, come back with a wound. And the last is you can make a deal with a dread being who reaches out to you and offers you renewed life.
So, Tristan, being a survivor, and if you heard that bang, it was probably my neighbors. I don't know why my mic is so extra sensitive today. Um, Dying's not really an option. So imagine he's hanging out in that kind of liminal, like, unconscious space. Having been knocked out a few times myself, my personal experience is it's really just a whole bunch of nothing. It's
Hmm.
kind of nice. So that's where Tristan's at. I think that's where he's going to stay at.
Just gonna stay at 0 and come back with a wound.
Yep.
All right. So that means we're gonna come back to Saren and Gina, who have wrestled this thing to the ground. We're gonna go to the old uh, top of the round here, which is gonna be Saren. Um, you just had that thing drug off of you. You took a little bit of damage there, and it is now on the ground, and a giant sheen of like ice is covering its right shoulder, uh, where Gina had touched it. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Forgot to unmute my mic the other way. um, can I find a rock?
Yeah, I mean there's rocks and things around. If you would like to grab one of those.
I'm gonna grab a rock and try and like I'm gonna grab like the sharpest rock that I can like fumble for. I'm gonna try and stab it.
All right, you're gonna try to stab it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this one a you're feeling around, fumbling in the dark. We'll call that intuition, and then we're gonna call it a toughness roll. Your aptitude on this is gonna be weaponry.
Which I do not have.
So d6s
I,
with your distress dice.
which is 1. Okay.
All right,
What?
that's 2 successes there. Let me go ahead and roll up. And that's 1 success. So you do hit it for 2 damage, and that is pretty much all you need. You're able to kind of take this rock and you just jab it down right into the forehead of this thing, um, and you feel it kind of give way and smash, and then the entire entity itself sort of dissipates back into the darkness. But you're not given a whole lot of time to celebrate as you are hearing more clicking. And as you look up, 2 more of these things is walking back out where Tristan had run in. Um, Gina.
Can I the the dead clicker? Can I throw it at the ones that are coming out?
It
Like this is a
disappeared. Like it basically became a formless sort of wispy nothing after you. It doesn't
okay,
have
so
a body.
not like a skeleton or anything. Just
No, no.
okay. So I can't use it as a convenient projectile. Good to know.
But you are being approached now. The 2 of them have not uh, currently. They're back out as they walk out. They still look like they're scanning. They're not targeting you, perhaps per se. So right now, doesn't seem like you're in the view
Were
of
there
any.
multiple entrances to the building that Tristan disappeared into?
There is a back entrance that goes into the main kitchen area.
I'm gonna try to very softly make my way over there.
All right, and Saren, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna go the other way. I'm I'm gonna whatever way Gina is taking to try and get to, because clearly if there are things coming out where Tristan's in trouble. So and Tristan also still has the keys. So uh whichever way Gina's going, I'm gonna take the opposite way, so it's kind of like we're circling around them.
So like that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like doing a pincher maneuver. You're going like
Yeah.
around each side. So both of you are doing so stealthily, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I would like you to both make a. We're gonna call this one a coordination plus composure, and you can add larceny to this for stealth.
Um,
Oh,
1 minute is one distress die, right?
1 minute, 0 distress dice.
Okay, 1 minute is one distress die. I was just checking.
I'm gonna
Yep.
try and reroll
No,
one of
2 minutes is
these.
one distress die.
Okay, so I don't have any yet.
Oh.
I'm on the clock, but I haven't got any yet. Though.
How did you not have any?
I have 1 minute.
You should. No, you have more than that. You added. I don't know if you were not keeping up with it, but I know that you had. You have at least two because you used at the end of
Oh,
last game.
frostbite happened at the
Frostbite.
end narratively, so I didn't put the math in for
Yeah,
that.
you had a reduction because you had a really good solace roll or two paid for by the old group here on the compound. So, but you did add 1 minute when you gained that.
Yeah, I don't think I remember to do that for frostbite last time, but it was 3 weeks ago. I'll just add it, and we'll still add the one distress die.
Mhm.
And it was coordination. I know the larceny was the upgrade. What was the other?
Coordination and uh, composure, I believe it was. Yeah.
Okay, don't have larceny, so it's just gonna be pretty straight roll. There we go. I kept strolling past it.
That is
Okay.
one success. Now, fortunately, that's all you both need. You're able to silently move around as the two things scan out. They are walking to where you were, but they are not picking you up as you were able to flank around to either side and easily get to the front and back of this building. Gina, you kind of get to the back door and reach up and grab it, and the door is, um, well, it's not really locked, but it seems like it's stuck. So you are going to have to try to possibly force this open. Saren, though, you get to the front door and it is wide open. Um, you still have your flashlight, your phone light in your hand, so you're able to kind of scan around and look, and you see a lot of blood, and you see the office door on the to your left wide open.
Okay. Um, I will go look in the door.
Okay. You look in the door and you see Tristan lying on the ground, bloody, like looks like chunks have been taken out of him. And he is not moving. There is a shotgun lying next to him. The gun cabinet behind Tristan is open. You see at least one rifle in there, as well as a couple of handguns. Gina, are you going to try to force the door open?
Yes.
Okay. So in order to do that, are you going to try to do this quietly?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do for something like this is I'm going to give you. That's going to be a strength plus, we'll call it again a composure. Um, Larceny is the way to do this silently. Oh,
That worked.
yeah, you rock that one. Like you end up like kind of shoving your shoulder into it a bit and just giving yourself like a little boost, and you pop it open without a whole lot of sound, and you stop and kind of listen around, and you hear the clicking, but you don't hear it like change at all or anything else. So you think that you're good, and you're going to walk in. Saren, you see like as you're in the door, you see another light, kind of like flashing around behind you. What are you doing with Tristan, or with the situation you walked into?
Wait, what? Could you repeat that last sentence?
What are you doing? You just saw Tristan on the ground. You see guns.
Cool. Looking for a first aid kit.
Um, you actually don't have to look very far. You shine the light around. There's a first aid kit sitting attached to the wall next to the door as you walk in. You were able to use this kit to try to staunch some of the blood and fix some of the wounds here. If that is your goal, I would like you to make a intellect, and by that I mean acumen. An acumen plus hmm, wit. Acumen plus wit. If you have like a medicine of a medicinal aptitude, you may use that.
I do, in fact.
Alrighty.
Hey.
That
Nice.
that's a roll. All right. So you have two. You're able to use. I mean, it's a the first aid kit's stocked, but it's not stocked for major stuff. There's a roll of gauze. So you feel like you need a few more, but you're able to kind of like get the best idea of what you need from what the worst things are and bandage Tristan up to the best of your ability. As this is going on, Gina, this is when you walk in.
So she sees that Saren is already taking care of it and remembers that this is not something she's particularly good at. So she's gonna go and the rifle that she sees, she's gonna pick it up and inspect it and try to see if it's been fired. Like what exactly happened.
Uh, well, I mean, the shotgun is laying next to Tristan on the ground. Seems to be what Tristan was using because you did hear gunshots. The rifle is still sitting upright in the case with a couple of handguns, though there are rounds of ammunition in there as well for the rifle. Which, so if you would like to take that, you may add that to your inventory.
The rifle?
Yes.
Okay. He probably hurt them before this happened. So that's a good sign.
Yes.
What is the damage value for the rifle?
That's what I am trying to look up again.
Okay.
I'm trying to. I think that the damage for the value for the rifle is 5. And it has armor piercing. No, the damage value is 4. It has armor piercing, and then uh, each of the handguns is 2. They're concealable. The shotgun is 4 with staggering as its ability.
Is armor piercing precise, grievous, penetrating, or wounding?
Penetrating. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. These might be a bit more efficient than just throwing heavy objects at them. So I recommend you pick one up, Saren. Gesturing to the handguns.
Yep.
When you're done with that, of course.
Yeah.
Um. So after a little time getting all this down, you know that Tristan is still alive. From your uh, from your workings here, and after a few moments, Tristan spits up some blood and starts coughing, and their eyes open.
I turn them on their side.
Tristan, you are on your side, staring at a shotgun laying next to you. On the other side of that shotgun are Gina's shoes, who is looking down at you, and you've got someone kind of with their arm on your shoulder.
Mm.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, you need a wound.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what your wound is going to be. you go. Man, I forgot to download the one that had the table of contents. That was my mistake.
Oh, yeah, we won't know what to roleplay till we know what the wound is.
Yeah, I don't have the wound table on any of my downloads. I've been looking for it for minutes now.
At least you were
Um,
trying.
I was.
No.
So a wound on top of
there it is.
ability impairment. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, a wound is rough. Oh, there it is. Okay.
At least the scar will be epic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get a cool score out of getting dismembered by horrific clicking creatures. That's the plus side.
What you got for me, Papa?
Okay, so you have roll a d10, please.
Oh, that's a different number than we usually have.
For the wound table, we use a d10.
Yeah,
There we go.
you can roll it on play roll.
I must still also listen to the happy
yeah,
click
you've
clack.
got click clacks. Go ahead and click clack it. That's fine.
Nick got lost amongst all the other click clacks, so I'm gonna do the play roll anyways.
I feel that.
Where are different die? Never mind.
I mean, I
Think
have
I
this
can
whole thing
figure
full of
it
dice
out.
in here. If you want me to roll your behalf.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
We'll just do this. Oh, is that 2? Go. Oh, there we go. Whatever. A 7.
So you are having issues breathing. You can feel that something has cut into part of your lung. Maybe one is trying to collapse a little bit there. But you have limited capacity in your lungs. Your resilience is permanently reduced to a maximum of 2 dots. So if you had a 3 resilience, you now have a 2 resilience. If you had
I
less
only
than
had
that,
a 1.
then it doesn't necessarily affect you, but it would affect your ability to go beyond 2 and if this character was to continue.
All
So
right.
that is your wound. You are able to kind of pull yourself to your feet. A little worse for wear, but you are up.
I am up.
And the
Grab
three of
my
you stand there,
shotgun.
all of you bleeding in some way.
The cars?
Cars.
Keys.
Keys.
Keys. And I take the keys.
Okay.
Is there another gun for me to
There's
take?
a handgun, yes.
I'll take the handgun.
Handgun is concealable, damage 2.
Conceal.
So you will appear unarmed, but you won't be.
If I just wrote handgun done. Okie dokie.
All right.
So as quiet as we can, I suppose.
Yes.
The three of
Yeah.
you, yeah, 3 of you make your way back out the front door and scanning around with your lights, you see one of the creatures, but not the other. The other is somewhere else. The creature that you do see is wandering on the opposite side of the 3 cabins across from you, kind of clicking around out there. So that's the only one, but you are not sure where the other one is gone. You cannot hear it right now. The only one you're hearing is across the way.
Okay. I guess who's the least who seems the least injured of us?
Yeah, Gina didn't actually get to fight. Gina didn't actually take any damage from fighting. She just took damage from deciding to jump out of a window because she was set on that plan of action.
That's
Oh
right. Yeah.
wait, hold on. Uh, I'm
So
gonna
she's
take. Yeah,
relatively fine.
yeah, but I'm the one that can see in the dark. So I what value is it to use Shadow Pierce again?
It's a minute. You add a minute to your midnight clock, and it activates.
And then how many for every how many minutes it's a distress die? I can't remember.
Every 2 minutes, it's a distress die.
Okay. I am going to um
And we'll say you don't really need Shadow Pierce right now because you have 3 lights.
oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna take point as we walk.
Okay, gotcha.
That's so I'm gonna quietly start like stepping forward, like handgun at their end. Not like I have
I'm
no idea how to use this thing, but I do know you're supposed to keep it pointed either at the ground or only towards things you want to shoot. And I'm gonna keep it pointed at the ground for now.
There you go.
I think Gina will hold be the back guard and make sure Tristan, who is the most visibly hurt, does not get caught by those things again.
Tristan's
Ah,
hobbling in the middle.
thanks. Yep.
Yep.
So the 3 of you have a clear shot to the path that leads up to the parking lot. Um, you're able to. You'll need to move quietly though there's still one of those scanning. I would like everybody to make a coordination plus composure larceny check for your stealth rolls.
Ooh, that unlucky. Okay, time to spend some seconds.
And I get a D8 on
Also
my
gonna
composure for
spend
my
some
larceny
seconds.
skill or aptitude, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's another minute for me. That's another distress dice for me. Also, I apparently did not add the correct amount of distress dice from my last rolls. I don't know how that happened.
It happens. We'll keep moving.
Okay, so I used
Oh.
6 seconds, which will bring me up to a third minute, and that didn't cause any. I still have a complicated success for the entire time. There was no bringing that up, even though it was really important.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Minute
Cool.
3. Gonna be rolling 2 distress die from here on out.
You all successfully make it all the way to the trail. As you
Woohoo!
do, Saren and Tristan, you make your way. You start making your way up the little path that leads up the hill to where the parking lot is, and then you hear a thump behind you as Gina falls on the ground, her rifle going off, ringing out all around you, and then you hear clicking, uh, much louder, and from all around you out in the woods, both sides and behind you. What do you do?
Oh my gosh.
Are we on any kind of incline?
You are. You're gonna have to go uphill to get
Slight
to the
incline.
parking lot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It's
thought
not.
so.
It's not like climbing, but it's it's a hill.
A little slight. All right. Um.
Run.
Well, before we take off running, beating feet, and drawing more attention with even more noise, Tristan's gonna see if he can't find a rock to heft real quick and toss it away from us and get Gina up and let's go, let's go.
I mean, you can find a rock and toss it. It's. I
Try to
mean,
hit like a tree or another rock to make another
you
noise.
do, and you do make noise. You're not really sure if they're gonna pick that up over what they just heard, but if everybody wants to make a sprint to the top, is that the plan?
Think so.
All
Might
right.
as well.
You might as well. You're right.
We don't
Well,
have other options.
either
We have to pursue this.
a few things are gonna happen. Either they're already gonna hear us, or we could like maybe get away and like get to a more defensible position. We don't know.
We're gonna call this a strength plus toughness athletics roll.
God's above, and I've got 4 fucking distress dice. I'm gonna try and get myself out of this. One more. Last try.
Okay, there we go. 2 successes. For an extra
Yeah.
second, it was worth it.
Nope. I am out of luck.
Saren.
Oh dear.
Not a lot of ones there, Gina. That's good. Tristan also got 0.
Oh well.
So Gina, after standing up, bolts, and the three of you are running up this hill as fast as you can. Um, Gina, though, has outpaced all of you, I guess, realizing that they're the one that is probably the target of this of whatever's going on, until you reach a clearing at the top where the parking lot is. Um, Gina stops and looks around. Saren, you reach into your pocket for the keys, and they are not there.
You are absolutely shitting me right now.
Okay.
There is no way.
Nope,
You
you
are
cannot find them.
kidding.
You cannot find them right now. You are not sure. Like you could have sworn you put them in that pocket, but that's not where you're seeing them. Tristan, as for you, you get to the top and you're just exhausted from all of the pain that you're in, and you fall to your knees, kind of needing to catch your breath and get your wind out from back under you. But as you're doing this, the clicking is getting louder, and there are a lot more than two. You are hearing it come from every single direction. Gina, in fact, you as you're scanning the parking lot, looking heading towards the Prius, on the opposite side, you see a big old truck, and then one of the clicker things coming from around the edge of it, staring you down. What do the three of you do? We'll start with Gina.
So, is there a window on the truck big enough for me to jump through?
I mean, it's closed, and the window's not rolled down or anything.
I
And
mean,
and the monster. I mean, you could bust it open, but the creature is at the truck on the
okay, it's
opposite
not.
end of the parking lot. You're on the where you come in or where you've entered the parking lot. The truck is on the opposite side, so it's on the opposite end of the parking
Okay.
lot.
I was
And then
visualizing like if this bee was the truck, I was here, and the monster was here, and I could just go like.
no, 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 no. The truck is on the far end of the parking lot, and it comes from around the side of it. The Prius is not parked far away, but right now, Saren, uh, well, none of you know that Saren doesn't have the keys yet. Saren, what are you doing? Actually, Gina, what are you doing first? Sorry. So, what are you planning on doing?
Um, if the monster already has its attention on me, I'm just gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna run towards it and shoot it.
um,
And that's what she would do, so I'm doing it.
okay. That is a coordination plus composure, with a marksman aptitude, and save that number. Tristan, what are you doing?
Um, prepping for my final stand. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the parking lot in time to be of any help. Um, to try to hotwire a truck. Don't think I can hotwire a Prius. They usually have computer chips. Um, so yeah, he's just gonna try to back himself against a tree and get that shotgun ready for whatever comes his way.
Uh, Tristan, you don't have a lot of memory of what happened when you were unconscious, but
Nope.
something very familiar brushes your mind, uh, and you have a sense of slight regret that you did not take the offer that was given you. You're not sure what that is, but it feels like
Hmm.
something is still there in the back of your head, prickling at you. Something that you remember from being, not remember, but you have a strange sort of hazy memory of from when you were on the ground bleeding out. And Saren, what are you doing?
Um. Oh. Um. I am. I'm gonna try. God. I'm gonna try and like. I'm just gonna turn around and say Tristan, you should try and keep going up the hill.
Wait. Was the site just because I didn't ask that? Is this was the site of the gore inside where Tristan was hiding enough to give me another minute? Because I'll factor that in if that would have been nice.
I should have, but I didn't. So don't worry about it on this roll, but go ahead and add it.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. It wouldn't change the amount of dice. It just moved me up from 3 to 4, so it's the same.
Yeah. Sarah, what'd you say you were doing?
Um, I'm gonna turn on the hill after I realize that the keys are gone. Um, I'm gonna. Would you say that like the creatures are just in the dark now?
You have not seen any other than the one in the parking lot. You can hear them coming at you from different directions, but you have not actually visually seen any yet. Though you're also kind of focusing your light in one direction. You have a way to get around that, though.
I do. I'm gonna activate it.
Okay, so Shadow Pierce. The nighttime becomes like day. You can see clearly, as if they're clearly around you everywhere. And as soon as you pop your eyes back down the trail, you see a glinting of a keychain, maybe 20, 15, 10, 15 feet away from you. Um, and as you see that, though, you also see coming up the trail, not terribly far away on the other side of those keys, is another one of the clickers, the clicking monsters. What will you decide to do there?
Do I see any in the tree? Like, do I see any on the tree line?
Uh, make a. Actually, I should have you make a roll for that. So we'll have a. We're gonna call this a coordination and awareness. Or I'm sorry, by awareness I meant vigilance. Coordination, vigilance, and I'm trying to think. For this spot check, investigation would work. Tactics would work.
Would
Make an argument if you have one.
would nature work as far as like being able to tell if like rustling in the trees is an animal or if it's these nasty things?
um, well, that's not what you're trying to see them currently. If it was a situation where you're trying to hear them, then yeah, you could probably figure out if it's
I
like
mean, I'm trying to sense them in general. Wouldn't it be?
a. Nature doesn't really cover that one.
That's
It's
fair.
more. It's going to be tactics and um, if you were like trying to figure out if this was a specific noise was an animal or one of those things, we could. But there's so many of them. It wouldn't matter that much. Gina, what'd you get on your attack while you're doing
2 to the
two?
shoot.
Gods above. The dice do not like me today. I'm gonna try this one again.
Uh, Two hits is enough to miss it. You fire and
Hmm.
nothing happens. Uh, Tristan, what are you doing?
Okay,
Uh,
fine.
so both the ladies are up the hill,
Well, no.
or is
Tristan, you
Saren?
are like right at the edge of the parking lot. Saren
Mm,
is sort of behind you, looking back down the hill, and you are looking at Gina shooting at one of those things and missing.
missing.
Yep. That's
Yep.
what the dice wanted.
And I got a shotgun, so that is no help from back here for you. I'm more likely to hit you than I am the monster. And that's just my dice luck. I know that much for my own experience here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover. So, Saren, what are you looking? What are you doing?
I see the keys.
Okay, I'll cover you. I mean, I can't see for shit, but I'll cover you as best as I can.
No, trade me. Give me the shotgun. I'll take the hand. You give me the shotgun. You take the handgun.
Okay, I guess.
Okay. Keep trying to get up the hill.
All right, so we have. We're going to go into initiative rounds here just for ease of tracking what's going on. I would like everybody to
Oh,
make.
I rolled a success, by the way, on the roll that you made.
Yeah, I'll get yours. I'm going to set yours up in your first round.
Can do.
So I need everybody to make a coordination plus reaction roll. If you have tactics, you may grant somebody an increase, including yourself. If you have a combat skill, you may add that to it.
We rolled distress dice with this, right?
Yes.
Okay, goodness. I almost had a heart attack.
Okay. Wait, it's up there. Okay. So coordinate
2.
reaction.
That's a 1 there, Saren. That's a 0, Gina.
Yeah.
And Tristan, what'd you get?
Got a 2.
Tristan, you're going first. And then let me roll these things. Finish rolling these things. That one's going first. That one's also going first. Okay. So, the one that you missed, Gina, charges in towards you and is going to try to swipe its claws against you. I need you to make a coordination plus reaction roll.
Is this would a hand-to-hand give me an upgrade for the dice type, or would it not?
This is going to be tenacity gives you an increase on your dodge rolls.
Okay.
Though if you're not, you currently have a weapon in both hands, so it's not hand to hand. If you did not have that, you could use that to parry. If you didn't have a weapon in your hand, you could parry.
Okay. So I can't do that, and I don't have tenacity, so I'll just roll my dice straight and see how disastrous this is.
All right.
You can do it! You can do it! I believe in you!
Okay, got one success. By a minute, by a second, I will spend a few more and see if we can get that up, because otherwise, it's gonna give me a world of hurt probably. Three, 4. Okay. Well, yeah. 5 minutes later, we're there.
How many did you get?
2 successes.
You were able to duck under it pretty easily. It comes at you and swipes. You go low and kind of like shift to the left a little bit, and it doesn't do anything. Saren, you see the one down the hill charging up towards you. It's not able to reach, and as you're looking at it, you see that one seems to have some wounds in it already. So this seems to be one of those that Tristan may have blasted a hole into earlier. It is not able to reach you though. Before we go to Tristan,
I have no keys.
you have a handgun.
I have a small handgun, which I liked my shotgun better. I'm winded AF. What other cars are in the parking lot?
There's numerous other vehicles in the parking lot. I mean, you've got there's
What
a
looks
Lexus.
hot wireable?
hot wireable.
Yeah,
That old
not
truck,
something brand
you
new.
absolutely know that you could hotwire that old truck. It is an old Chevy Silverado. They,
Like
don't have that.
82,
Well, we're looking
83.
at maybe early '90s kind of
Okay.
situation, but still,
Okay.
it doesn't. It's a hot wireable
No,
vehicle,
no computer chip in the ignition. That's what I
right?
care
There's
about.
no key sensor, push button crap or any of that. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, if that's the only late model vehicle in the whole lot, that's where I'm headed.
the driver's side is on the opposite end. It was parked with the bed towards the back, so you would have to kind of run around the outside of it. Are you doing so stealthily?
Yeah,
So for this round, getting there
I'm
is
gonna
going
take
to
it
take.
wide.
We're going to do a composure plus a coordination plus composure larceny roll for your stealth. And while you're rolling that, I'm going to go to Saren. What are you doing? That thing is standing maybe 2 feet away from the keys from where it's running at you. You're not going to be able to beat it to it.
Oh, originally I was gonna walk up and shoot it.
You can do that too. I'm just letting you know if you're trying to beat it there, it's going to be tough. But
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna like as soon as I make sure, because I don't know what the fuck Tristan's thinking. As soon as I'm sure Tristan is headed up the hill, uh, I'm gonna um I'm going to very calmly as I can, but very quickly, uh, walk towards the keys and aim and fire at the creature.
okay, so once you make a coordination plus composure, that's going to be marksmanship, if you have it.
I do not.
Uh,
I'm
damn,
going.
Tristan.
I'm gonna
Yep.
try and.
So we do have a communal auto success
Auto success if you want to.
given to us by Dysphemus, which I'm probably saying that wrong. Dysphemus. Yeah, you'll have to give me a pronunciation guide. Thank you, fan out there. So if you guys agree that I should take it, I will take it. Otherwise, I will take my ain't getting nowhere, gonna get swiped and deaded.
No, you need to go.
Yeah,
You
take
need
it.
to
Take it.
please
You were
take
hurt.
it.
I know a dysphyism
Hey,
is the
another auto
opposite
success got redeemed for you.
of a euphemism, so it's probably similar. But
There,
All right,
I'll,
another
I
I'll
one.
think
use
you
my
were right
auto.
like the second time.
All right.
I think you were
So you
right.
have an auto
You got it.
success. Good job. You have made it to the vehicle quietly, while that other thing is right on top of you. And then, Saren, you got a 1, 2, 1. That's a 1. Let's see.
That is only one, sadly.
That's okay. It also got a 1. So you hit it for 4 damage. You hit it for 4 damage, and you actually blow it away. Like a massive hole goes in its chest. It falls backwards and starts like the other one.
Hey!
And Gina, what are you doing? You just dodged underneath this one's claw. You're last in the round, so
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot it again. So that's-
coordination plus composure. At this, actually, we're gonna call this a coordination, an intuition plus composure because you are in melee range.
Okay, there we go. I'll have to clear that. And it's intuition, which is
Yes,
much worse. Oh, oh,
you have a
intuition,
rifle,
composure.
so
Yeah.
it's harder to.
There was a success. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it as it is right now.
I mean, that's not terrible. You don't get a good shot off, but you're able to fire, and it kind of goes through the thing's arm. It tries to move out of the way. It's not able to get in there entirely, and you do 4 damage to it.
Nice.
Uh, Another one, and you see this pretty clearly, Saren. So you actually are going to get the ability to dodge this. One of them jumps out of the woods next to you, Saren, and is going to attempt to uh, latch on with its teeth. Like you make a
Oof.
coordination plus reaction roll, please.
Coordination, reaction, and all 4 of my distress die.
Mm-hmm.
No. God, I'm not even gonna. No.
Oof.
I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it.
Okay. You take 7 damage.
Oh God, I hurt so bad.
What do you add after that?
Are you still
2.
standing?
Yeah, I'm still standing somehow.
So it does. It it
Hey, I
comes
got a
over.
solace.
You try to dive out of the way, but you're not quick enough as its mouth like latches onto your arm, and you see the same thing where another row of teeth kind of pop out from around the mouth, and it starts to like pull in, almost sucking your arm into its form, and it's sort of like a grinding, sort of like a grinder, trying to pull your meat through it.
Uh,
And yeah, you are not doing very well
No,
right
no, I'm
now.
not.
that was just as nauseating as
I'm
the first
so
time you used that metaphor.
scared. I'm
So,
so
Gina,
scared.
I
I'm
need
so
you to make a
scared.
coordination reaction roll as this one
Ah,
attempts to bite you as well.
oh no. Oh no.
Coordination, reaction, 2 distress dice.
This is why you need the V-tube sweat drop.
Oh
That
no.
actually
Yeah.
worked! Somehow.
It did, actually. You dodge it completely. You're able to, like, kind of dance away from it a bit and get into a better range. Then we're going to go to Tristan.
All right. What's the lay of the land around this truck here now?
Well, you get on the other side of the truck and you see a body on the ground. It looks like that other one was eating somebody. You don't
Ew.
immediately
Oh.
recognize who it is, but
They
you
got
do
keys?
recognize. Oh yeah, you recognize in his right hand is a set of keys.
All right. Get in the truck.
Hey.
All right, so you're gonna hop in the truck and it turns right on. No
All
issue
right.
whatsoever.
I'm gonna roll down the windows and kind of, pop the handle on the passenger door so it's not completely shut. Because we all know those trucks back in the 80s and 90s, if you didn't yank them, give them a good extra jiggle, that truck door could fly open.
Oh yeah.
So that's the plan, is to get it ready to get in gear to swoop around the parking lot, hit some monsters, and pick up my chicks.
I didn't know they did that because it was before my time. That is interesting.
It was
Yeah.
a lot cheaper to
Sure.
make unsafe doors.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really? I would never have guessed that that was the case.
Yeah.
It was just cheaper to make unsafe things.
So, next up is Saren. You've just been bitten. You're standing above the keys after you blew the other one away, and you now have a lot less of your left arm,
God.
or at least it feels like it.
At least it feels like it. My brain probably shut off the nerves to my arm, so I would stop feeling it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna. God's above. I'm going to. I'm gonna try and grab the keys.
All right, that's going to be a coordination plus reaction roll,
Mm-hmm.
and if you were able to do that, you're going to be able to kind of bolt and get around away from this thing. It'll chase you, but
I'm gonna try and save myself with this. I'm gonna do 2. Nope. 2 once more. That's even worse. 1 more. Not quite. All right, that's all I got.
all right, so you reach down like really quickly to scoop the keys, and you feel your hand touch them, and as you come up, they're not in your hand, and you end up throwing them into the woods.
You
Uh,
are fucking kidding me.
I'm not. I'm not kidding you. That is a
Oh my
catastrophic failure
god.
there. And
I
you kind of look at your empty hand. It's like the blood, the slickness of the blood didn't let you kind of grab onto them properly, and you're just like, "Fuck."
God.
And
Why?
yeah, now you need to make or Gina
Why?
We
needs to.
we did have that communal because I ended up getting
Oh
my
wait, I
own.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Can I
get that.
retroactively take it?
You can take that
Use
communal.
that for
You'll have
being
a
in the
0.
truck.
That's fine. Better than a catastrophic failure.
This is very true. You're able to grab a hold of the keys
Ah.
and kind of like get up, but you're not able to get away from this creature this turn.
That's
Basically, you take a second. It takes a couple seconds. You fumble them, but you look up and it's about ready to bite you again. Go ahead and make your coordination reaction roll, and we'll get to you when you get there. Uh, Gina, you need to make your shot or whatever you're gonna do. You hear
Yep.
a truck rumble to life.
I'm gonna actually try to run like behind, like so that in the direction of the truck, so it's somewhat that way Tristan can knock into it. Because a car is a very deadly weapon.
So you're gonna try to like
And
back it into it. You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like the way we were trying to lead them into the fire. I'm gonna try to leave it into an oncoming vehicle.
So you're gonna like run past it into the car's path,
Yeah.
so it can go in the. Okay.
so
I'm
I
gonna have
can
you
hit
make
it.
a bit of a sprint here. We're gonna call this strength, toughness, athletics, and go ahead and make that one for me.
And Gina, Rico Suave decided to give you an auto success of your very own as well.
That's good because with the unlucky, that would have only been one, and I'm not quite sure how difficult this would have been.
I mean, it would have been a one is a one. A one is a success. This is not a contested roll.
Okay, so this isn't contested. I
You
wasn't
don't
sure
need
if
to
it.
use it. You can save that one for later then.
Okay.
But yeah, you're able to get past the creature and run across to the other side where the vehicle is, and it is going to. I mean, it will follow you, but first, what was your? You got one there. Good job.
Yeah, it was a one because of the unlucky.
No, I'm talking to Saren.
Ah, multiple people rolled.
It is trying to swipe you with its claws, and it does no damage. It misses.
Woo-woo!
So you're able to duck under it and live to fight another 10 seconds. At least. So the other one is going to start running at you, Gina. It's going to head towards you, and I need to make a coordination reaction roll as it attempts to bite you again. You've been pretty good at these so far.
Despite having one reaction. Because I've been using a lot of seconds.
I'm rolling for shit, so you guys are not doing terrible right now. Of course, you are all also rolling for shit.
Very.
Okay, that was a success. And I have an auto success, so 2.
2 is enough to actually. It tries to bite at you, and you miss it. It misses you, and you kind of like use your rifle to push it back in front of the headlights of this truck, where Tristan.
It's driving.
Okay, I need you. We're gonna make a drive check here. We're gonna call this a coordination plus your reaction. Reaction seems right. Coordination, reaction, drive / pilot is the aptitude here.
Don't think. There we go. Which I have. It's almost like I've played this This little scenario time or two.
Well,
All
damn.
right.
1, 2,
One,
3,
two,
4. It
three.
it probably that's 3 successes.
I drive like a mother trucker. Wah, wah.
It got 1, so you got 2 successes. We'll call this damage 3 at this speed. So you actually like hit it with the front of the hood, knocking it further away into the parking lot. It bounces over off of your boss's Lexus, in fact, and
Fuck yeah.
kind of shatters the back windshield as you spin
Hate
around.
that car.
Yeah, as you spin around with the passenger door flying open from where you had loosened it before, right in front of Gina, who is now standing in front of an open door.
Dukes
Saren,
of Hazard style.
what do you do?
Wait, me?
Yes.
God. I'm gonna try and run. I have the keys. I'm gonna try and run.
Okay, so you're gonna run. I'm gonna have you make a strength plus toughness to see how well you outpace it. This is a contested, so
Of course it is. Ooh.
that's 1.
Yeah, but like that could easily have been way worse.
Oh yeah, it could have easily been way worse. Do you want to use any of your
Mhm.
auto successes? Do you have any?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. So 1, you were able to run up the hill. This thing is right on your heels, however, and I need you to make a coordination plus. So you're gonna run up the hill. This thing is chasing you, and you get up to the parking lot. You see Tristan sitting in the front of the truck. Nothing to do with the keys in your hand, and the other creature you don't immediately see. So the goal is probably the truck at this point. I'm assuming, unless you just decide you want to grab the Prius.
I'm gonna swear loudly. Son of a bitch!
And then you're going to make a coordination reaction roll right after that profanity.
It's an action.
Profanity is an action.
Okay.
Is it a free one? Because I need lots of it.
My games are filled with as many free profanity actions as you.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. 1.
1.
Yep.
Well, it got 1, so that's 2 damage.
I'm down.
You're down. All right. So you have a decision to make, Saren. You can either die, 1 moment, blaze of glory moment. You may decide to wait until this is over and come back with a wound. But they may have to leave you at that point. And you also have. There's something very strange in the void that you have entered that calls your name to you and tries to make a deal.
I'm angry. I'm pissed off. Now I want to kill shit. Fine. Let's make a deal.
Okay, give me a moment.
And Saren, you also get show me some dem D8s, dem dare D8s
Hey!
from Rico Suave.
Rico Suave, thank you so much.
Uh, so while you're in this strange state, um, a you see an old woman sort of kind of appear to you in the middle of this void. She's not really a human, as you can that you can tell. In her right hand, she has a strange scythe, but the top of which looks like a giant pair of scissors. In her left hand is a massive eye, which is pointed towards you. It blinks,
Ugh.
and she speaks, and she says, "You are. It is not your time, dear. At least, not if you make not if you agree to join me."
With with my passing interest in the occult, would I be able to know like roughly like
Make an occult roll. So we're gonna call it acumen plus occult.
I don't well, you gotta tell me like which skill
Uh,
because
I mean,
occult isn't a skill.
aptitude. There is an occult aptitude.
Yeah, but that's a modifier. It's not to the
I know
skill.
that said acumen plus wit.
You did not say the wit, but I will.
I did. I tried to say the wit. Apparently, I didn't. Acumen plus wit occult. Thank you.
And then what does the show me them d8s do? I can't remember.
You get a
You get a D8.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you get
And
a roll.
then
The entire roll is D8s instead of D6s. So,
oh, cool. Nope, not that.
of course, you don't have to use it on this one if you don't want.
Nah, I'm pretty sure. Acumen 2d8s for my wit, and then all of my distress die. I'm gonna try and re-roll one of the d8s. One more time. Let's try a different d8. Nope. My dice just don't like. I should have just taken the d8s. I should have just done that.
You can
That's
add
okay.
it to it still.
Yeah, let's do that.
There you go.
Okay.
So that would have been 2, or 1, which is all you need.
Yep.
Immediately, you recall, they're pretty popular stories, but there's a few different cultures that believe in 3 fates. You are looking at the oldest of those, at least you think you are. The one that understands the future and destiny. Has many names. You're not sure what she would call herself, but this is the sense you get out of this: is that she is one of the weavers of fates, known as the Norns, or
Yeah.
etc.
Okay. Hmm. I mean, that's why I'm here
She
to
says,
make a deal.
right, and she offers. She says that one day, and all you have to do in return is one day you have. She will tell you again what it is you need to do, and she assures you it is for the purposes of bringing joy to those around you. She's got kind of a friendly, grandmotherly feel to her in the way that she's speaking, but knowing what she is, you're terrified of what you're talking to right now. Either way,
I accept.
okay. And when you do, she raises her the big scythe with the scissors or whatever, and you see her reach up and open them and snip, and some sort of thread pops. And when it does, your eyes open. You don't feel any worse for wear. And you look down, your arms, everything. You're covered in blood, but all of your wounds have miraculously healed. You stand up, still face to face with well, you're not stand up yet. It's not your turn yet, but you're on the ground looking up at the thing that had just destroyed you, as it looks like it was going to continue eating you. So
So that also puts me at that whole interaction, especially with spending my seconds, also puts me at hour 2.
you went up to hour 2 as well. All
Yes,
right.
I did.
So add 2 points of your choice into your character sheet. You may add another point in skills, another point in attributes, or new aptitudes if you wish, or even specializations. Each of those is 1 point. So go ahead and do that while um, the two of you just witnessed Saren go down and this thing standing over top of her. What are the two of you doing?
I don't know that I'm witnessing. I am focused on driving and anything that's coming towards the truck that I can use the truck as like a battering ram
Well, you
on.
just
So I'm
at
gonna
this
let
point
Gina
at this
tell me
point
what's going on.
right at this point you just swung around where you're facing up a hill. Your left, where this is all happening out the driver's side. Like, so
Mhm.
if you looking over, because you're going to be looking over waiting for Saren, the last member, to jump in. Gina is standing right next to the open door.
Yeah, so the split second I'm focused on Gina getting in the car.
Right. So if you're
And
focused on
then
that,
I'll
you
look.
didn't see anything else. Okay.
Yeah,
As you
I
look
mean,
over,
I
you
think
do see something on the ground there.
Oof.
yeah, I mean, Judah is focusing on trying to get into the car with into the truck and away from the monsters. But like out of the corner of the eye, I think since she would see what's going on, but like I wouldn't even just comment on it because when speaking out loud is dangerous. But things just kept on getting weirder and more grotesque.
Right. So the two of you are in the vehicle. You do see something on the ground. It's hard to tell with all of the darkness, but there's enough light coming off the truck and whatnot that you're able to get kind of an idea. And it looks to you as if Saren might be dead. Uh, However, Saren is going to be able to pop up and start booking it.
Yup.
I want you to make a strength plus toughness for your sprint with athletics to see if you can beat this thing and jump into the bed of this truck.
At least I don't have distress die.
Right, they're gone. You are at 1 minute though. Anytime you roll over, you automatically tick up
Yeah.
1 minute.
I'm gonna try my hand again. One more. God, my dice do not like me tonight. What the
Oh,
fuck?
you have whatever I had last session. I'm sorry.
Nah, God, that's all I got. I'm
That's
chill.
actually kind of fun because it also rolled a 0.
Hey!
You seem to surprise it, like for a moment as you get there, and you
I
jump
bet
into
it's surprised.
you leap into the back of this truck. Although you don't clear the side of it, your waist kind of hits it, and you like bend over the edge of the truck. This is when Tristan hits the gas, and you are hanging on for dear life, trying to pull yourself in the truck. You feel the slight rake of some claws on the back of your leg, but it doesn't actually get a hold of as you all.
So I feel it on the hairs of my legs.
As you all pull your way, start driving up towards the top. And you are now laying on the ground. Unfortunately, you did not grab your shotgun on the way.
No, I did not.
So you are shotgunless as you drive up here.
Let's hope it
you're
doesn't
able to-
matter.
you're in the back of the truck, and as you look behind you, you see an army of these things chasing after you.
Oh.
And this is actually a pretty good place to take our midway break.
I'm so scared.
That
Uh, yep. So everybody, we are going to take we'll call it a 15-minute. We're gonna come back at 10. We'll call it 10:35. If everybody would like to
Right.
take a quick bio, smoke, whatever you need to do, and we'll be back to finish this up when we are done. So we will check back in with you.
See you soon.
Welcome back, us. Thank you for sticking around. And we will be continuing here. And we left them driving up a hill towards to get the hell out of this place, and they are being chased after by well, quite a few of those things. It looks to be dozens of them running up the hill after them, the clicking following them as they go. However, they do not have an internal combustion engine, which Tristan fortunately is behind the wheel of, and is able to get pretty far past them until the clicking finally subsides. After maybe a couple minutes, you know that the exit to this place is a good um, mile and a half down the road here, heading straight up this place. There's other turn offs for different kind of campsites and things on the way, but you keep going, and something strange kind of happens when you start getting towards the top of the hill. You start hearing crickets again. The life of the forest starts to bloom out around you again. It's no longer entirely silent. The hum of your engine and the scream of cicadas and the other nocturnal noises of the woods greet you once more. Didn't realize how much you missed it until this moment, and you start to feel like you're going to be okay until you reach the edge, the end of things, and the end of the road to where the exit is, and the massive gate is down. Not only is it down, but it is blocked off. There are two large black vehicles kind of sideways in the road, blocking the way out. Um, Doors are open on them, and you're forced to come to a stop at the gate. To your left is a large, not a very large building, but it's kind of the administration building for the entire campground. It's where you'd find your little brochures of what there is to do in the area, and um, the different kind of campground stuff that they have there, um, uh, schedules of things in that nature. You all kind of either drove past or visited this building when you first got here. So you have come to a stop. What do you do?
I finished scrambling into the truck.
Oh, you were able to do that
Oh,
during
okay.
the ride. You weren't just hanging the whole time.
Okay,
You,
I
you
was
pulled
very
yourself in.
confused.
Yeah, sorry. You pulled yourself in, and that's where you kind of sat up. You sat up and looked behind and saw the army of the clickers running at you.
Okay.
This truck has one of those slide things in the back, right? For the back windshield.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
that kind of truck.
I knock to try to get to yeah. What do we do now?
Well, we can't go
Well, we get
forward.
you to a hospital actually.
Yeah, and I think I mean the gate's closed, but these cars are in the way anyways. I don't I don't recognize these cars and they don't look government,
Wait, are you,
but
Saren? Are you still covered in blood?
Yep, completely still covered in
Okay.
blood.
I think I need to give myself a minute on that one. That's
You do
probably
need
a
to
bit
give yourself a
disturbing.
minute on that one.
I'm uh
Okay. Is
and out of
5
nowhere a
is
freak
5
storm
minutes
comes.
3 dice?
No, that's two.
Okay, so
6.
when I hit 6, it becomes
Every
okay.
even numbered minute, you increase a distress.
Okay, yeah, that's the part I keep on like. It's either this one or that one. I can't remember which one. So it's even.
Yes.
um well,
I mean, we could go take a quick look in those trucks and see if there's anything else that can help
yeah,
stabilize me. You don't look so good
I'm
from
perfectly
this
fine.
angle.
I'm perfectly fine.
Oh,
Don't
I
I'll
don't have
explain it
time to
later.
think.
Yep, I'll explain
So,
it later.
There is some flash of light. We don't have time to worry about it. Just go.
Let's how about this? How about I take a look in those cars and see if there's anything that I can find, and y'all stay here. That way, if there's if there's trouble to be had, only one of us is getting in trouble. How about that?
Okay. So you're gonna hop out and check out the vehicles.
I'm gonna ask for the handgun. Can-
You keep taking my weapons from me.
look,
What is up with that? I'm
look,
just gonna use the truck. It's better than a gun, anyways.
sounds great. I'm gonna take the handgun, and I'm gonna go look in the in the cars.
You're just gonna be out the window with the rifle in case something starts coming up.
Okay. Kind of watching your back. So, Sarah, you go to these vehicles, and they kind of doing a cursory examination of them. They seem like the government style vehicles that Tristan had mentioned, but there's not really any markings on them. Their license plates are permanent plates, however. Um, you're able to open the door to one of them and kind of poke your head inside, but make a, we'll call it an intuition plus vigilance roll to search the vehicle. This is going to be, we'll call it either larceny. I think larceny is the only one really here to, or investigation. Larceny or investigation.
A
That's a
one
one.
six. That is a one.
That's all you need. You're searching through the vehicles. You don't find anything that you can use, but they do have strange markings on them. The dash of each of them has kind of a metal like plate on it, and each of them has like what looks to be Roman numerals attached to it. One of them is Roman numeral for 35. The other one is for 52.
Car 52, where are you?
uh, um, fuck. Um, sorry. Can you describe what I found one more time?
There's just there's metal, like the only thing you notice out of the ordinary is on the dash of each one there's a metal plate, and it looks like stamped into it are two different Roman numerals.
Okay. Um, interesting. And there are no like med kits or anything that I find.
Uh, no, you don't find really anything of use inside of them. Whomever, it looks like they've been, whatever was in them has been taken with whoever left the vehicles.
Okay. Um, can I like we know the gate is closed. Can I check and see if it's locked?
I mean, the gate, yeah, it's absolutely locked. There's a little panel next to the gate to raise it, though. Uh, right now, it needs a key, and you do not see one. On top of that, the two vehicles on the opposite side of the gate are blocking the way. You would need keys for those. Those are very much not able to be hot wired. They are
Oh
way too new.
no. Okay. And how many of these cars are there?
Two.
Okay. And you said they bear no other markings other than those Roman numerals. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the car and explain what I found.
All right. So
Right,
what?
well, onward to the building, I guess. That's our only option. I mean, unless we want to go back to one of the other campsites that we passed on the way in, but well, this
N-
this
This is the
place is
only
a one
exit
in,
out of
one
it, but
out.
yeah.
We don't get, I mean, unless we wanted to trailblaze, but who
I
knows where those
mean,
fucking things are.
I
I mean,
mean,
we could start a forest fire.
honestly, at this point, probably in favor of that. But, I mean, we could also try and use the truck to ram the gate through.
You'd also have to ram the two vehicles on the other side of the
Hmm.
gate.
Look, collateral damage. You build up enough speed, you can go through anything. Whether your car survives or you survive going through the windshield, entirely different story. But
If we
anything
Something will
can,
can be
happen.
moved with enough force.
if we can find a way to be able to use the cars on the other side, then it doesn't matter if the car gets destroyed crashing the gate.
Well, I didn't see any keys, and these cars are too new to be hotwired. So we're kind of SOL there. The other option that we have is to wait and see if if whoever the fuck owns these cars comes back.
I don't think we could be sure that they're even alive anymore, given what's going on in those woods. That seems like a way that would just lead all of us to die. So
The only
we can't just sit here.
that's fair. The only reason I think they may be even remotely alive is because this is a little too their presence is a little too purposeful. Like these are unmarked. Like they're other than those two Roman numerals marking things. Like these cars they're brand new. They don't seem to belong to anything. Um,
Mid sentence here, the crickets stop.
you are fucking kidding me.
Yeah, thanks for the minute.
Well, she's still talking, so not
Yeah.
really.
Okay, that's true. Keep
Okay.
talking.
And then
Don't
of
shut
course
up.
of course with my sharp senses I immediately I'm like, oh shit, okay, maybe we need to like start in towards the building.
We go now.
I didn't
Okay.
expect them to follow us.
All right. So all three of you are heading into the building.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The interior of the administration building tells a far different story than the exterior. There is blood everywhere, signs of immense struggle, and easily a dozen bodies. The walls are lined with bullet holes. The furniture is broken and battered. Viscera and gore is strewn haphazardly, and some of the bodies appear to have been partially consumed. They're all wearing military grade assault gear, most of which has been too savage to be salvageable. Um, add a minute, please, Gina.
Already
Um,
I did that.
and this is completely silent, so I would like you to add one as well, Tristan. Um,
Yep.
the lights, however, are on. There seems to be a generator for this that is working. And you hear kind of a weak cough coming from a doorway on the opposite side of the administration building. It is a doorway with a big sign over it that says uh, it says entrance to the um, to Cannibal's Cave.
Go check it out.
Yep. I'll take I'm a and is the building dark?
No, it's the lights are on.
Did the
Oh, okay.
lights?
There seems to be a generator, but as you look over, you see what seems to be a survivor. He's messed up pretty badly. He's wearing the same kind of he's wearing armor that looks kind of odd to you at first glance. And laying next to him is a massive golden spear, sort of just laying on the ground. He's got his back against the wall next to it, and his right arm is up trying to like open the doorway here, but he's not having a lot of luck. And as you approach, he looks at you and just sort of like drops his arm and says, "Fuck." And he uh, can't seem to get like any words out, but he reaches down into his pocket and he pulls out a small it's a small dark orb connected to like a gold chain. It's like set in sort of gold jewelry. And he says, feed it, feed it. And then he dies.
Fuck. I guess I'll take the weird orb on a chain that he was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I look it over. Like, is there anything like weird or special about it?
I mean, it's weird. It's you feel something strange about this small bauble in your hand. It's kind of dark. Well, it's completely pitch black in color, very smooth to the touch, as if it's been smoothed down. But you're not really sure what he was talking about, but it seemed pretty important to him.
I mean, gold ball, gold spear. Said feed. He said feed it. So with my passing knowledge, well, for with my
You can
interest
make an
in the
occult roll.
yeah, because I was thinking like I would like if I was that was like
Acumen
acumen
and wit.
and wit,
If this is what
Yeah.
I think it is as a player, that's exciting.
because like I
Gina
I
would
has
don't
have
no
think it
idea
is.
though.
I don't think it is what you think it is. Something different.
I
However,
would have
there's also a big golden spear laying next to him on the ground.
The sphere specifically, the spear, not the sphere, is what I was referencing.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, my dice like me again. Um, yeah, I feel like I would have done some looking into the local legends at the least.
Well, this is definitely not a local legend that you're holding in your hand.
Oh no, I meant
But
into like the monsters that we're dealing with and shit.
that's that's still that's still three successes. This bauble is something that you've seen a sketch of in your various readings. You know it's called the quenching talisman. Uh, what it was meant to quench, you're not sure. But the story you do remember about it is that it seems to be very old, and it was controlled by a tribe of Gauls many, many years ago who used it as a way to. Uh, they claim they were able to uh, basically survive very harsh winters. They used it to survive a harsh season where they had a blight on their crops, and the entire tribe survived through somehow. But that's all that you know in your readings. As for the spear on the ground, it looks like an old Roman spear of some sort. It's gold with a kind of a reddish uh, wood handle.
Interesting. Um, what
There's
kind
also
of?
guns everywhere, by the way.
Oh,
There's
I'm sure.
yeah, multiple rifles, handguns, like pretty much anything you would want to pick up if you want to do that.
um, so I turned to my companions, and I'm in disbelief. Um, like I even pick up the spear. I'm like, these are in like if these are what I think they are, and the spear kind of tells me that it may be. These are really rare. Like this bauble isn't really even supposed to exist. Like not really. Like clearly it does because it's here, but like, and I tell them like what I know.
Can they
Okay.
help us get out of here alive?
He says to feed it. I don't. Maybe
Does the spear
I'm.
need blood?
I don't think that's what. I don't think that's what it's here for.
Okay, because if it would make some of this go away, that would have been convenient, but
I think it can make it go away. I just think you're not gonna like how it could make it go away because I think it requires going back and finding the big one that we saw.
You hear from behind the door on the other side where you're standing a rumble that uh, seems to come from far behind that door, and all of a sudden the door burst open, and this massive gust of warm air kind of shoots out of the hole towards you, and it carries with it what sounds like a shout that says, uh, doesn't seem to say anything in particular. It seems to be in some. It feels like you heard words, but they're in some speech that you do not recognize at all. Um, and after a few moments, you start hearing scratching outside the doors of the outer doors of this administration building.
Oh my
Looking up, you see more and the well and the usual clicking that comes with that.
Any med kits?
You do. You find a med kit.
Cool. I'm gonna try and package up Tristan a little more
Okay.
while we come up with a plan.
Acumen wit with medicine, please.
Acumen with medicine.
And Tristan wants to basically pull a murder hobo
Hey.
move and loot the body. Are there keys? I want keys. I want a new
Yeah, you do.
car.
After some searching around, you do find keys.
Nice.
What looks to be to one of those SUVs outside. Though you
Oh,
have
so
to
now
get
we have
through.
options.
hmm Well, I mean, you have the one option of racing through numerous clickers outside to get to the truck, or going further into this
Not right now.
doorway
Or into
down
the
the cannibal cave.
I so that's 3 successes to patch Tristan, by the way.
Okay. Tristan's patched up a little better. It doesn't add any hit points because it's not how
No,
medicine works in
that's
this
not
game.
how.
But you feel pretty confident that Tristan is not going to bleed out anytime soon, and you've at least stabilized Tristan to the best of your ability. Tristan still is going to need some hospitalization in the near future.
Yep. Uh, so since Tristan's kind of a big dude, how big is this guy? I want to steal his armor.
You may steal his armor.
Heck yeah. And I need a gun. Or the spear. I'll take the spear.
Okay. So armor and spear are yours. The armor is. Let me get to it here. The armor has a defense value of 2. Its quality is imposing, which doesn't matter too much here. And then there's a couple of assault like rifles, like fully automatic assault rifles lying around.
I'll take one of those.
Uh-huh. Or the spear, are you taking? Or the carbine?
Can I take both?
Yeah, you can latch one to your back and hold the other.
Yep.
I'm
That's
sure
what I do.
Mr. Dead there had a way to latch the spear to his back.
Assault carbine is a damage value 3 with a quality of automatic.
So there was multiple of those?
Yeah, anyone that wants one of those can grab it. There's only one set of armor though.
Um, I say we put the armor on Tristan.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
Tristan already took the
Yeah,
armor.
Tristan already took the
Oh,
armor.
that's right.
He stripped him.
Whenever you
Oh,
Like,
that's
make
fair.
Damn.
automatic is whenever you make an attack check with an automatic weapon, you re-roll your net hits. That is your net hits beyond their defensive roll. So if you get 3 net successes against somebody, you can re-roll those 3 dice and add any more hits to it.
Is there another one of those for me to take?
Yeah, anyone who wants one of these weapons may have it.
Yep. And it's damage what?
3.
Um, do I find like a holster for my current handgun?
I mean, yeah, you can find one. You can
Yeah.
also find other handguns with their own holsters, but they'll have the same damage value.
Yeah, I'll take one of the handguns here and one of the carbines.
As you're gearing up and have done all your medical stuff, the scratching and clicking is getting louder, and things are starting to, well, bang on the outside of the doors. Very soon, if you do not start moving, those are going to break through a window or something, and you're going to have a whole nother problem.
Yep. Um,
No way out but through.
no way out but
Felt
through.
a warm breath. That's probably what you gotta feed.
Let's go.
Because caves don't normally make noise and have wind that breaks doors like that. So, yeah.
No,
All
no,
right.
they don't normally.
Nothing about these campgrounds is normal. We just have to keep moving.
I got my spear at the ready.
Okay. So you start making your way down the stairs. There's a few steps here, and you close the door behind you, of course. The lights in here do work. There's like strip lights on either side to kind of give like a, you some vision as you're going through this cave. And the Cannibal Cave used to be a kind of a tourist stop thing for people out here. It's been closed for a long time, however. They claim that there was a cave in or there's some injury or some sort. There's all sorts of looking into your local area legends, Saren. You know that no one's entirely sure why this was closed down. However, you're able to move your way through the cave for a little bit. Every now and again, you get another blast of just really warm and warm air that smells of the sweetness of like rot to it. Um, until you reach a portion of the cave that uh, is, in fact, collapsed off to your right and leaving you the only one direction to go towards your left, continuing to fall around there until you hit a dead end. As you hit the dead end, you're not entirely sure what to do, and then all of a sudden, the back wall or the back cave wall sort of splits open, starts to crack, and this crack sort of follows its way around horizontally, and then it opens up, and it looks like two massive lips just parting, and the blast of air comes at you again as two tentacles shoot out and attempt to grab you, Saren, because you were in the front. Like you make you a coordination and reaction roll, please.
Are there any upgrades for that, or is it just straight coordination reaction?
It's tenacity.
Nope. Okay.
That is a one. It does in fact grab you. Let me make sure it's got. Or it does in fact hit you. I'm sorry. Um, you take 4 damage as one of these tongue-like protrusions like comes out and like whips you across the side of your left side. And you feel it kind of start to burn and sting, similar to what happened when you stepped on that blood. And I need you to make a. We're going to call it a resilience plus metal check with centering as your upgrade. And you get additional D8 on this for the bauble you're holding.
What's the roll again? I'm sorry.
It is a resilience plus metal. Centering is the aptitude. You get an additional D8 on this roll for holding the bauble.
Cool. 2 successes. Sorry, did you hear me?
2 successes. Yeah, I'm looking at. Hold on.
Just making sure.
You're fine. You actually you feel it try to. You feel something kind of try to come over for your second, and you shake it off. You're not sure what it was, but it was almost like something from that mouth on the other side of the wall was pulling you towards it. We are now going to go into initiative. Everybody, please roll your coordination plus your reaction. I keep rolling like this. It's gonna be an easy fight.
Okay.
Yay.
That's 2 for Gina. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2 for Tristan. 1 for Saren.
Yeah.
So it goes Tristan, Saren, Gina. Oh, I'm sorry. Tristan, Gina, Saren in that order.
So Tristan wants to try to stab at the tentacle.
Okay, so you step in
That
to
seems like a
stab at
good
the
thing to do.
tentacle. The first thing you need to do is, as soon as you walk in to range of this thing, you need to make a composure plus resilience check with centering.
That's probably not going to be so good.
It does not look like it will. It's a
Okay.
0.
Yeah,
You
that's not bad.
you feel hungry.
Could be worse.
Like as you're stabbing at it, just the hunger pangs start to hit your gut a little bit here. Make your attack roll. That is a strength plus toughness weaponry.
Yep, I don't have any general weaponry, so there we go. Shank it. Or don't.
That is
Oh, one success.
1. That is 1. Let's see what you got here. The tentacle
And
tongue, as you stab at it, like moves quickly out of the way, and your stab hits empty air. Gina, what do you do?
I'm gonna, with the automatic, I'm going to just shoot it.
Are you shooting the tongue?
The base of the tongue.
Okay, I want you to make a composure plus, or I'm sorry, a um, coordination plus composure, and that's marksmanship.
Ooh.
That's a 0.
Okay. How many seconds do you spend just to ignore the distress dice?
6. If you spend 6 seconds, you will ignore those stress
Okay,
dice.
I'm just gonna straight up do that since I have 2 distress dice that came up. So that will probably bring me over another minute, so I'll be at 7.
Okay. So you fire, you blast at this thing, the base of this thing's tongue, and you see the bullets just kind of like hit all around it, bouncing off of different stones and rocks and whatnot. And you're not sure if you really did any damage to it. Uh, the kick of this thing kind of surprised you for a moment, but it is definitely still moving.
Wait,
So
is this the one where I can reroll successes? The
not
automatic?
no, you didn't have any net successes. It got 2, you got 2, so it was a 0. You get to reroll 0.
Okay, net successes
So for
is the
yeah,
one's
net
over.
it's however many over my dodge roll.
Because it's
It was
competitive. Because it's
yeah,
contested. That's why.
yeah, it's a
Okay,
contested roll.
makes sense now.
Saren, it is your turn.
I think you're muted.
You're
are.
correct. I was. I'm going to walk further into the dark cave thing.
Towards the mouth.
Yep.
You can get to the mouth in this round, so
And then I'm gonna toss the bauble into the mouth.
okay. I need you to make a composure and resilience with centering. You get an additional D8 on this.
Hey, one success.
1 success is enough.
Oh,
You
wait. So 5s and 6s on d6s are successes, right? Just making sure.
yes, yes.
Yep. Okay.
So you're able to kind of like put your head down and get through it, and you toss this bauble into its mouth. And as it does, it snaps shut, and then immediately it opens and starts to try to spit. out of its spit, like something out. Massive, like almost bloody looking foam starts to shoot from its mouth all over the place. Some of it gets on you and you feel it kind of burn for a second, not enough to do damage, but you like back away. And as it's doing this, the entire cave starts to rumble around you. It is shaking, and you feel like you see a couple of stones fall from the ceiling, or big rocks fall from the ceiling. One of the stalactites that's above you falls loose and onto the ground um, as it continues to foam further and further at the mouth, uh, shouting the same strange language back at you. The tongue lashing around wildly stops doing so and goes back into the mouth like backwards as if it's trying to reach something inside of it. And after a few moments, it the tongue like falls loosely outside of the mouth yet again as it continues to sputter and scream. What do you all do?
GTFO.
Okay, I would
Yeah,
The
like
if the
sky
cave
is
is
falling.
collapsing, it's not good to
the
be in
cave
I'm
there.
is
getting
starting
the
to
fuck
collapse. You
out.
are right. I need everybody to make a. We're gonna call it a coordination plus endurance to run out of this cave as fast as possible. Athletics is what you're going to use here. The lights around you are flickering, however, Saren, as you're heading back, so you need to add
Ah,
a minute
is that before or after the roll?
before.
You suck. I'm kidding.
Oh.
You know that I do.
Hey! I
Hey,
get to keep my success!
Gina, you're in a rough spot.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Oh no.
Tristan's at a 0.
okay. I'm gonna try just
Ooh,
use some
got up
seconds to try
to
to
a one.
mitigate the damage here to not have it be like completely negative. So we're gonna re-roll this unluckiness for a second.
The difference between um
Tristan now has an auto success.
okay,
Woohoo! Thank you.
No, I'm currently at -1. How many was it, 4 or 2 to add a d8?
it is 2 to add it. There's 3 to add a d8.
Okay, it was 3 to add a d8,
You
so I'll have
spent
2
1
seconds
second to
left.
re-roll. Yeah.
Okay.
And you've got 2 seconds left to spend. So you can re-roll that d8 with your 1, with one of your 2. Now you're at 0. Would you like to re-roll another, try to get 1 success?
Yeah, I mean at this point we're already like bending all the seconds. Okay, well
Ooh,
at
that's a
least I'm
0.
not -2 anymore.
Did you have an auto success left?
Yeah, I don't think I used that before
You didn't, because you saved it for because you
because
didn't need it.
I would have naturally done it
So
anyway.
you actually
So
have 1.
we have 1
So the
point.
three of
We're
you,
okay.
Woo!
the three of you start bolting back out of this cave. It is not something that is easily navigated. Uh, however, rocks and different things start falling from all around you. The shaking and rumbling of the ground almost knocks you to your knees a few times. Uh, Gina, what'd you wind up with?
1.
1. And then Tristan, what'd you wind up with?
1.
You all got at least 1. That's good because that's what you need. You need at least 1. Um, you're each sprinting as fast as you can, trying to ignore the pain and the wounds and everything you've been dealing with to get back. And finally, you get back to the stairs and you start to climb back out. You get outside the door, slam it, and you slam the door back open and step inside just as you hear the rest of the cave just shatter and fall behind you. And as you look around, like this massive stench is shot out of the stenchy, like hot air shoots out of the cave where the cave in had caused it to sort of pop out, and each of you gets like a one last whiff of the rot and filth of whatever was in there
Ugh.
before finally it goes silent. And you notice not only does it go silent, but there's no clicking, there's no scratching.
Well, at least there's no clicking, guys. I got keys.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
All right.
So you head out into. Do you kind of like tentatively open the door to poke your head out? And none of the clickers are out there anywhere. Uh, Nowhere to be seen anywhere. And you start hearing the slight chirps of crickets, cicadas come back to life around you. And after a few moments, the entire forest seems to come out of its slumber, and you're hearing the same sounds you did when you went to bed the night before or earlier this evening. Make your way over to the vehicles, and luckily, the first one you tried is the correct key. And the three of you are able to drive to start heading out of this damn place. After a few minutes on the road, you hear something crackle over the radio. Uh, One sitting in front of you, and after a few moments, you find like a little handset that you can talk back. And the language it's speaking to you in is you immediately recognize as Latin. But once it hears the you respond in English, the voice responds in kind. Who is this? Where is
This is Mr. Applewaith, husband of Johann Applewaith. Who are you?
stand
Over.
by? It said the voice just says stand by. And as you're driving, after a few moments, you see headlights come ahead of you, and three trucks
Oh,
kind of like
fuck.
pull off and block the way, showing their lights at you, and you're forced to stop again. They get out, they come up to you. They get out, and each of them's wearing the same kind of armor that you saw before.
Hey guys, look, we match. Do you think they'll be good to us because we match, or do you think this is going to be a bad
This is probably gonna
situation?
be terrible.
Fucking A.
They're not pointing any of their guns at you, but their guns are at the ready just in case. Uh, the three of you get out of the vehicle,
Yeah,
or and
yeah, I'll
once
get
you
out.
do, an older man steps up towards you, and there's a slightly older woman, or slightly younger woman, but still older, next to him. Kind of like walks up, and she immediately comes over and begins checking each of you for wounds. And he says, from the shaking
Bitch.
of the earth, it sounds like someone, uh, someone was able to uh, feed the gnawing hunger. Was that you?
Yes.
I'm kind of hungry. Speaking of gnawing hunger, you guys
Uh,
got any
we
snacks?
can handle that, and I imagine you have a lot of questions. We can answer those in due time, but for right now, we need to get out of here before any normals show up. And
Can I keep this truck?
uh, he looks at you and says, "No, we're going to take you with us." And they usher you to one of the vehicles, and take you on, where you are given, uh, where you're having a lot of your questions answered, and you are given medical attention and food. And that is basically the end of the event. You have fed the bauble to the thing and ended things. Congratulations, you all
Yay!
somehow survived. Honestly, had I not rolled the way I did at the very end, someone else would have died. But I rolled like 6-0 attacks in a row. I was like,
Gina was only a danger to herself and others.
yes, Gina was a wild card in this, only a danger to herself and others.
I
Um,
fully expected to die. Like, go down again.
I
Another
expected you
hit,
to too.
be dead.
Yeah, my next round was that, but the whole thing
Like,
is like you feed it the bauble, it dies because that's what needs to happen. So, um,
yeah. I even had
congratulations,
another
everybody.
cocktail made.
This is the company retreat. It's one of the I don't think this one's in the book. It's gonna be. It's gonna be released somewhere else soon. But I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I would like to thank everybody here for joining us on Midnight Monday. We're going to
Yeah.
be finishing up before midnight here so that we can all get a good night's sleep so we can be
Yes.
uh, slaves to capitalism properly.
That's You're not
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah, I know it's the bad part. I would like to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We had 12, 13 viewers this time, which was pretty nice. It's a little higher than normal. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Just to remind everybody, the Midnight World has just been released and is available on Drive Through RPG. There have been links popping up in the chat all evening. We'll have
So
links.
exciting.
We'll have links on the YouTube video of the day for this as well. Um, I am Gavin, one of the designers, developers of the Midnight World. Kind of came onto it in the last couple of years to help get the thing over the finish line, and we finally did. So we're pretty excited about it. I hope
Yay.
everybody enjoyed the game. Would like to thank again Izzy, our producer, for doing all the magical background work that keeps things running and keeps me from having to do it myself. I'm not sure what our donation rate was this evening. I'll get something on that tomorrow. I believe we have in that's the in Discord D&D game, correct?
Yes. Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated.
Wicked
Repping
Independent
my new
Prestige
merch.
Incorporated. There you go. That is tomorrow on the Nat 30s slash Compound Discord. It's sort of a it's not really streamed so much as it's just a in Discord sort of game anyone can kind of join and listen in on. I believe that there's like a text chat you can be a part of during that as well.
Yep.
Um, and I'm gonna have everybody kind of do their sign offs here. Gina.
Hi, I'm Pixie. I play Gina Nietzsche. I don't have anything specific to plug, but I hope everybody has a good investor night after watching a horror game.
Hey, Saren.
Hello, I'm Ourania Stars. I played Saren this evening. Come follow me. If you liked how I played, you can follow me on Twitch at Ourania Stars. I recently launched a Minecraft server that is mostly roleplay based. Come see what shenanigans I get out to with my friends. Thanks for coming tonight.
And Tristan.
Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood mod, Cheese Cat. You can follow me on Twitter at cat_maze. That's cat with K, maze like Willie Mays, the baseball player. Find me on TikTok too if you want to. I don't post much there, but sometimes it's fun TTRPG related stuff. And keep your eye out for announcements from the Nat 30s for some exciting Halloween shenanigans.
Yes. And well, I believe that is all we have for everybody this evening. Thank you again for joining us. We should be back next week. If anyone would like to join us on the Midnight Monday, we have if you've never played, you get to join. You get to jump the front of the line. So if someone
You
would like
get
to
my
try this
seat.
out,
You
you
also
can
get my
take a
seat.
seat next week. I'm not 100% sure what we're playing. I'm hoping to finish something I have been kind of writing up. Uh, and to start that one next week with any luck. If not, we'll do something else. I've got plenty of these floating around. But if you would like to join, please join us again next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the compound. I'd like to thank everybody very much for joining us, and have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.
We're rating, remember.
We are
And
rating.
tonight we're going to be rating Blackwater D&D, so stick around. We'll see what kind of shenanigans they're up to.
Hey!
Love ya!
Love you!
Good night.
Boop, boop.
Night.